Bienvenidos. Welcome back to Miami, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, how are you feeling?
Feeling great.
First of all, let me just say this. Do you get extra emotional on a plane? Because it's like you have too much time to think and
Soundtracks that go through my mind. Like Celine Dion.
Are we doing our intro?
Yeah, I think we need to do our intro.
All right.
Welcome back to Hustle.
I figured, let me close my door.
Hold on. Are you okay over there? Are you okay? All right. Welcome back to Hustle and Schmear. I'm Jason Salstein.
And I'm Liz Cohen.
Today's episode is a love letter. Nuestra Carta de Amor. Not to a person, but to a city. A city that's chaotic, glamorous, historic, slightly unhinged, and somehow still underdressed.
Miami is more than pool parties and plastic surgery, although there's a lot of those. It's culture, history, architecture, exile stories, old money, new money, and has cafecitos strong enough to power a small country.
We're joined by our dear friend, Susana, Susie Egurrola, Cuban-American, born and raised in Miami, luxury retail veteran, history lover, obsessive world traveler, and one of those people who actually knows Miami and where to find the best croqueta.
She's lived Miami before, during, and after it was cool. She's dressed the rich and famous, and now she's taking us beyond Ocean Drive from Vizcaya, Deering Estate, Coconut Grove, Calle Ocho, and the soul of the city.
So if you're visiting Miami, thinking about moving here, or already live here, this episode is for you.
This is our love letter to Miami.
Nuestra Carta de Amor.
Please welcome to Hustle and Schmear, Susie
Egurrola.
Egurrola.
Where does this podcast find you today, Susie?
Home
And where is home?
is, I guess they call this Tamiami area. So it's west of FIU. I'm getting closer to the Glades over here.
So I want to get into, because just to let everyone
Wait,
know who you are.
Jason,
What?
by the way, I wasn't born in Miami.
Okay, so that's funny because that's my first question. Where were you born? Because I think I remember
was
when you told us.
actually born in Puerto Rico.
Right.
My parents met in Puerto Rico. My dad moves to Puerto Rico. Within the exile, a lot of the Cuban exile community ends up in Puerto Rico. We moved to Miami when I'm a baby.
Your parents were
Both of
both.
my parents are both Cuban, yeah. Back to Puerto Rico, my younger brother was born there. We were only there a year. So technically lived my whole life in Miami. When I need to be Puerto Rican, when I'm in New York and everyone thinks they're so Puerto Rican or like I'm the gringa, I'll be like, throw my Puerto Rican shit. But yes, technically.
So what does that mean for people who aren't familiar with that? That means like different
Puerto
dialects.
Rico.
Different. Is it what makes
Well, everyone has a different accent. They speak a little different. It's like saying East Coast, West Coast, or Jersey and New York.
You were born in Puerto Rico, but you grew up in Miami.
Very Miami.
And your
But wait,
parents-
can I ask quickly, how do you pronounce your last name?
Yeah. how?
Egurrola.
Let's
Say that
practice
one
together.
more time.
Egurrola.
Okay, we needed a practice session on that because we were struck,
Ready?
It's a
Una,
Basque
dos,
last
tres.
name.
Egurrola.
No, that's hard. I'm going to work on it.
So real quick, let's hear how your parents left Cuba and got to Miami.
So both parents are Peter Pan kids. And Peter Pan, which was between 60 and 62, when they were taking the children with visas to the U.S. and through the Catholic Church, they were placing them in foster care.
Was Fidel Castro already in power at the time?
Power, besides murdering people, mock trials, taking property, they closed the schools. Their parents were scared.
What year are we talking about?
He took power December 31st, 1958.
After that.
58 starts 59. People are kind of waiting to see what happens. Maybe there's a coup. Obviously, there was people within Cuba and outside Cuba, which was Bay of Pigs, trying to get him ousted. We all know where that story ends. But there starts this operation called Operation Peter Pan with the U.S. government taking the kids into foster care. My parents end up here living in foster care. My mom is reunited with her family in Puerto Rico. That's where my grandparents end up after leaving through Spain. And my dad ends up living in Miami, goes to visit his family, which ends up in Puerto Rico. And that's where he meets my mom. So they're both Operation Peter Pan kids.
Like a crazy shared experience for them to both have that.
It's
You can't really understand that fully unless you experience that as
Yeah.
a
My
kid.
mom has a good group of friends that she met
Yeah.
during that, and they're all still very good friends. There's a Peter Pan organization where all of the Peter Pan children now, old people get together.
Get into it. First of all, Susie and I have known each other for over 10 years. I would say probably about 15, actually. We
Oh,
worked
wow.
More.
together.
Had the stuff at Capretto.
How
You
long
had stuff
ago?
with Trudy. It's gonna
Yes,
be almost
I
20
was
years.
a designer when I was 19 doing shoes. Susie worked at Capretto, which was the best shoe store in Miami and
Yeah.
practically
And
all of the East Coast.
one of the best shoe stores in the world, I think.
Yeah, it really was. Anyway, my mom used to shop there. I used to go in to see all the fun, cool stuff. Then I became a shoe designer. They carried my shoes for a little bit. That's where Susie and I got to know each other. Then I became the buying director of Capretto. We worked together, and Susie worked for me at the Kingdom and was my operating and retail manager for the year in the design district. That's how we know each other. On that note, you've traveled extensively. How does Miami compare to the other global cities that you love? How would you describe Miami, and what does Miami mean to you?
Everything's different, but Miami's home. That's always your main draw. Wherever's home for people, there's something about home that always brings you back. If I go somewhere, I normally maybe don't eat Cuban food, but the day that I travel for a long time, I just want to go to a Cuban restaurant and have Cuban food. Very international. There's a lot within Miami. It's interesting because it's pocketed also. Like
So
you
many
can get a
pockets.
pocket that's Brazilian, pocket that's Argentinian, Haitian. You can get into a pocket and you feel like you're literally somewhere else. You can go to the different restaurants from different countries. It's kind of nice to have these.
Welcome to Epcot.
Well, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. It's kind of a little bit like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting about Miami, and it's definitely grown. It was much more homogenous when we were kids.
We talked about you traveling, but what keeps you in Miami?
Family and friends. I have a sister that lives abroad, but everybody else is here. Where am I going when I have everybody here and everybody comes to Miami? Listen, it's also very nice growing up in Miami as a minority when you are the majority, because you don't have that horrible immigrant experience that you hear people talk about. I always reference, did you ever see Never Have I Ever, the show of the Indian girl?
I love that show.
It's the funniest show, but she has all those things where it's like, I'm the oddball. I open up my lunch at school and people
It's
smell
like,
it.
for
We
sure.
didn't have that experience because we were still the majority in our circle. So we didn't have that weird feeling
Just
that we
like
didn't
the feeling of
belong.
being other, right? Like,
We really felt confident. We felt secure. And because we were the majority in our community, as in the Cuban community, we didn't feel weird.
Well, Jason and I talked about it because maybe it was a little bit different in Miami, but me moving around, you do feel like, oh my gosh, you're a little bit on display. You have to kind of explain, and sometimes that's exhausting. You just want to be around people that you don't have to explain anything to.
Or even when you just look at somebody and you make a face and they know exactly what you're saying.
Exactly.
Like that's we do certain things that I'm like, I never said a word and they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You've worked in luxury retail. How did that shape how you see the city and the people of Miami?
That was a time when everybody was coming from South America to buy in the States. I always liked that about Miami. Working retail, I would meet people from different countries, particularly South America down here. It was always nice. It was a nice introduction to other countries. I had customers from Argentina, Colombia, Brazil. It was actually really cool to like learn a little bit the lingo. I know a lot of the words from all these different countries and the way that they speak because of that introduction in retail. And at Capretto, we had Ecuador, Haiti. I loved all those girls were amazing. I love them. I'm very friendly with all these girls from all these other
Shout out
countries.
Anais. Shout out Anais.
She's ambassador to Haiti in London.
I saw that with the King of England,
Yeah.
but I saw her with King Charles. Maybe we'll ask if she wants to come on the show.
That's a good idea. But it's really neat. I met some really cool, interesting, and beautiful women working at the stores. And there's a lot of people that I've made relationships with, I keep in contact with. We might go to dinner. It's nice to meet people from other countries and learn about their country and the problems that other people face in their country. You get a little more respect, a little more worldly. I would say that's the main thing I've taken. You really broaden your horizons and become a lot more educated and more aware of the world around us.
Which is so interesting because you would think like you're in retail, you're probably seeing a lot of wealth and consumerism, but what you took away from all of this is really the experience with the other people and where they're coming from. I like that.
I feel like I'm not a really materialistic person. I think Jason could vouch for that. I'm not impressed by that stupid shit. I'm impressed by what you bring to the table, what you know. I can give a shit what car you're driving. That makes no difference to me, and I work.
Remember, Susie's seeing women come in
That's
with
what I
her
mean. It's
red
like,
bag, Chanel bag, and that's desensitized and it's not impressive to
yeah,
Susie. I'd much
exactly.
rather hear about where to go in Peru and what restaurant to eat in
No, for
Ecuador.
sure. I was almost saying not that desensitized, you're kind of like, ugh, you're over it. But instead, you've really
But
found
I feel like
relationships.
we didn't grow up materialistic. We were
Yeah.
an family, our parent, well, my mom didn't even work. We were 4 kids, but my dad worked to put us in Catholic school so we
Mhm.
can go on vacation. There wasn't any excess. There
Right.
wasn't conversations about excess. I wouldn't have even known what anything of brand was because that wasn't an option when your family leaves everything that they own to
Yeah.
get into a plane with the clothes that they're wearing and maybe a little space. Half the people, they were checking to see if you had anything of value on you. It was never
Well,
about it.
because then you realize what really matters is the people that you're with when you're starting over again. It's just like the people over the things all day, every day.
If we went to a restaurant, we didn't even order a soda because that was extra money.
Right, right.
And Susie is all about experience and service, and that's why Susie's been in the retail industry for so long. It's because they go to her knowing that she's not going to oversell. It's about being honest. You get that Miami experience with Susie, which is why everybody comes back to her. Let's go to Liz's question regarding the best day in Miami.
Ask this because to me, it's everyone comes and experiences Miami in very different ways. But to your point, there's so many pockets. If someone was visiting Miami, where would you tell them to go? What would you tell them to go see? Like, what's
I
that
think
look like?
you have to kind of ask what people are interested in. There's people that can give a crap about
Mm,
culture. There's people that want to go to a museum. There's people
mhm.
that just want to eat. There's people that want to do the nature. So you kind of get a feel for what somebody wants. Everglades
Well,
is
let's talk about all of them. Let's talk about all
Yeah.
different categories real quick.
Okay, so Everglades, which
So
by the way, never been.
you've never been. This is the perfect time, Liz.
I'm gonna be honest, Susie. I'm one
what
of the people I'm gonna come away with about 18 mosquito bites.
It's not that bad in the winter. If it's a cool day, you don't get mosquito bites.
That's what everyone
If
says, and
you're
then
on the
boom.
airboat, you get
Okay.
mosquito bites. You're getting whooshed away. It's the most amazing
Mm.
experience.
different categories in Miami. Nature is one of them. Obviously, Miami known for their beaches, but there are estuaries, rivers, lakes, parks. How would you describe the Everglades, Susie?
The river of grass. There's no place else like it on earth. It's interesting. We have actually 2 national parks in our backyard because we have Biscayne National Park and the Everglades. And some people that live here have never gone. And then you go out there and it's people from all over the world.
So what are you doing in the Everglades? You're taking an airboat ride, you're wrestling alligators, you're hunting
Yeah.
Burmese pythons. What's happening in
What are
the
you
Everglades?
doing?
There's different things you can do. I love airboat rides. It's really so beautiful. There's trails that you can do, boardwalk trails. The swamp trumps are literally one of the most amazing experience where you're in the water to your knee. Incredible experience. The first time I did it, I was like to put my foot in the thing.
Ugh.
And then once you emerge, it's
But
Aren't
then
you
what
glad
about
we
the
didn't choose that adventure?
Yes.
Because
Jason was
we're going
trying
to
to
get
talk
into our
me out.
Cayo adventure. And so the Everglades is one place. Where else do you recommend?
you can go to Matheson Hammocks and Fairchild Tropical Gardens. And across the street, what is it called?
Where? Old
Old
Color.
Cutler. They have trails and the trails are really cool.
Talk about the Deering Estate in Vizcaya, two places that you can enjoy nature and see history at the same time, right?
Estate, two brothers, two brothers. The houses are a little different aesthetically. If you're into architecture, art, and tapestries and stuff, Vizcaya I think is a little prettier. It's a lot more ornate. The other one, the Deering Estate, is a toned down, not as gaudy. They both have their own thing. The Deering Estate does not have manicured European gardens, while Vizcaya had the crazy, intense, beautiful
Yeah.
gardens.
Feels European. There's a sculpture. It feels like you're in a museum, really. Like
Right. Because technically it is a
yeah.
museum now,
Yeah,
but
but
everything
like,
was brought from Europe, except the tiles on the roof, which are from Cuba.
oh, that's cool.
The barrel tiles are from Cuba,
Yeah.
but everything was brought there. And the brother, the same thing.
Let's get into South Miami, Gables, suburbs, Coconut Grove. Can you
Oh.
give a little bit of a rundown?
The Gables was made as a Mediterranean revival. Then you go to the Grove and it was cottages. Obviously now there's McMansions, but it was very boho. It was a little hippie town. It was very lush green.
Miami has changed so much. I'm curious, Susie, how much has it changed in the last 20 years, for better or worse? What have you noticed?
It's crazy. You don't realize until you see an old picture and you're like, oh my God, Brickell had nothing.
Oh.
During COVID, there was so much construction that suddenly if you went out and you were like, oh,
Yeah.
what in the world just happened here? I don't
Yeah.
think you realize it because it's been a little gradual, except COVID, that was really quick. Boom. The other day I was driving on Grand Avenue into the Grove and I'm like, what is that building? Or Wynwood. There's apartment buildings in Wynwood. Nobody would have lived there a couple years ago. Like, expensive apartment buildings and super nice restaurants. Like, it's crazy that 15 years ago even.
Old Miami versus new Miami. What
No,
do
I
you
don't
miss
think.
the
I think
most?
the traffic definitely has gotten a little. I think if you just figure out not to drive during certain hours, if I go to the beach during the week, I'll stay and have dinner over there before I head back. Because why am I trying to even fight the traffic? I think you just figure out what works better and
Mm.
get smart about it.
Can you talk a little bit about our love-hate relationship with the Miami weather?
I call it bipolar weather
Mm.
because you don't know what you get. It'll be perfectly sunny and suddenly,
I know.
and
But then at least it goes away usually.
right. Yeah. I love the people that come from like Arizona that have never seen rain and the rain's coming at them and they're like
Yeah.
never, it's a curtain of rain coming at them. And sometimes you can step into the curtain
Yeah.
step out. They're just like, oh
You know
my
what I mean?
God.
I do always feel badly for when people are visiting and they're expecting beach every day, and then it's hurricane season and the whole weekend is disgusting and
Do
gray. And
not
I'm
have
just
your wedding in
Yeah.
August, everybody. Do not have
Yeah,
a wedding
but
in
even
Miami.
now, it used to be January and never now I feel like it even rains
I
now. It's
agree.
definitely
Yeah.
different.
It
Yeah,
is subtropical region.
exactly. True.
And now let's talk about our adventure and in Calle Ocho. Do you
Yeah.
think that's authentic?
It's definitely touristy, and you guys saw the tour buses. Do I think if you're coming in from somewhere, it's a good place? Absolutely, to get a bit of a, not that everyone that's there anymore is Cuban and the people working are not all Cuban, but there's amazing Cuban bands playing and it's still live music.
So real quick, we started off at Cafe Versailles for a cafecito and some breakfast. We took it to the Ventanilla, which is the window.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Un jugo de naranja sin hielo, un cortadito, un pastelito de queso, uno de... Do you want leche evaporada? Con leche evaporada. Oh, no. Ok, un pastelito de carne, uno de guayaba y queso junto.
Describe what a culture is when you go and order in the Ventanilla. There seems to be no order, no time frame. Everybody's just wandering around. It's very interesting. Could you give us a little bit of a debrief on that?
Versailles literally is the heart of the Cuban community. Anything that happens, protests around the world for the Cuban political prisoners, people go outside, people congregate, like people have
Like the parking lot around there, like the whole.
literally in the front. The street, Calle Ocho will close down. 8th Street
Oh.
will be closed down. There will be people with pots and pans there. So Versailles is still till today the hub of the Cuban community in terms of anything that's happening, anything that happens, any conversation that needs to be had. The restaurant's been there forever. The original, the grandfather of the Val's girls, is a guy that did the first ventanita, which is the window for the you
Wait,
stop,
let's talk
get your
about that window because that was like without you there, I think I would have been like, what am I supposed to order? I'm very appreciative that we had you
but it's
guiding us.
there's days where it's heated at the window. It's the place
Is
where
it?
you go, where you argue, where you talk. It's like it's literally the place where you stop in the middle of your
It's the water cooler of the
Yeah.
corporate world. It's where
Yeah.
people have the chispa, where they talk to
Exactly.
gossip.
And then what are you ordering though when you get there?
People usually are ordering a cafecito. You guys already know I don't drink coffee, the worst. But you order your cafecito. It's that little tiny espresso Cuban shot that's literally cracked.
From Versailles, where did we go? We went to some monuments. We went to the Domino's Park. We saw the cigar factory.
From Versailles, went into Little Havana. We saw some of the Bear Pig stuff.
You pointed out a tree to me.
Oh, the ceiba trees, right. So the ceiba tree is really big in Santeria, in the Afro-Cuban religion.
And you can go see that right off of Calle Ocho in the Bay of Pigs Monument area. There's a few monuments. There's a few murals, which we saw. There's a lot of roosters, everybody. There's a lot of cock going on in Little Havana, okay? A lot of
but even in Brickell
pollo.
too, but yes, like they are out and about and they own the street. You're there, but they own the street.
They're strutting their stuff,
Yeah.
pecking. I think it's time for Schmooze Fest, where we're going to get to know her a little bit better. I know her pretty well, but this will be interesting. Liz, you're on.
Okay, are you ready, Susie? What's the best bar in Miami?
I'm going with Prime 112.
Just
Because you always end up talking to some random, like interesting person, from an artist to a politician to it's always interesting to me who I end up talking to.
And you'll also be found at Ball and Chain.
Ball and Chain. It's so much fun. Such good music in there.
What's your favorite activity to do in Miami?
Oh, I like doing the little tourist stuff, like being a little tour guide. I love taking people around having them experience and chatting a little bit about the stuff.
There is something fun to being a tourist in your own city. Like it reinvigorates your love for Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, best croqueta.
Y las Canarias.
What's the best park? We were talking about outdoors. What would you say is the best one to go to?
Different. You have Amelia Earhart in Hialeah, which is spectacular. I like Matheson, going across to the trails across the way.
I took Liz to Key Biscayne Park. We got eaten alive, but it was fun.
No live.
By I imagine.
I had about 1,000 little things all over. That's why I have a hard time with. I like the outdoors, but the outdoors doesn't like me. Yeah, I like an outdoors Bal Harbor. Okay, your favorite museum in Miami?
I'm about to go to the Freedom Tower just opened up. I gotta go see what that's about. History of Miami, I tend to go to the most when they're doing some sort of exhibition. When they do the panels, it's always really, really fun. When they're introducing an exhibition there, it's always so cool. I mean, I've seen from the Muhammad Ali whole conversation, which was incredible, to Cocaine Cowboys conversation, which was a whole other animal.
Oh, what is this?
It's in downtown.
Okay.
It's the building next to Government Center.
Miami has a lot of great museums. You have
Yeah,
the
there's
Bass
art.
Museum, you
I
have
like
the
Pam.
Cuban Museum, the Pam Museum, you have the Rubel, you have the Margulies collection.
One in Design District, I forgot the name, which is the Free Art Museum, which is really cool.
Oh, that's
That's
fun.
the ICAA.
That one, yeah. And it's
Yeah.
free.
Okay.
There are places that Susie has taken me to, the Biltmore Hotel that has the Al Capone suite, which is nice to see. Really cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, best date spot.
I think that's very relative to who the date's with.
What's yours?
Depends on the person and the mood that you're in. Like, do you want to go dancing? Do you want to go chill?
Where would you go dancing in Miami?
Ball and chain.
Okay, ball and chain.
Or La Trova, but people don't dance that much at La Trova. It's more like ball and chain that people dance. It's so much fun. And you have dance classes, and then you have all the American people that are there as tourists doing the dance lesson. That's fun.
Best bookstore.
I don't go to bookstores that often. Audible, but I do like Books from Books in the Gables because they even have good food.
What's the most underrated Miami spot?
Underrated. The FIU Art Museum,
Okay.
which is really good. It has a good art museum.
Okay, that's good to know. A Miami stereotype that is actually true.
I mean, like literally,
Literally.
those are all true.
Literally.
Pero like,
Literally. Okay, I love that. That's my favorite
true.
word.
Not
Literally. I can't do it, but okay. A Miami moment that made you say, only in Miami.
oh my God, there's one every day. I don't know.
The iguanas just walking around the city.
Oh, yeah.
Or when you find an alligator in your pool.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Or when
would
you go
be
to Whole
crazy.
Foods and you see those Latin poppies.
Oh, that's another thing. Going to Publix, women look like they're ready. It's like Oscars, but at Publix, it's the high heels, the makeup, fully to do. There is no, casual.
Or one of my favorites was when Susie and I would work together. Women would come and be like, I just came from the gym. And I'm thinking, like that? You came from the gym, like got your hair done.
Fully
You're with
done.
diamond hoops that look like hula hoops for a fucking circus tiger.
If you had a perfect day in Miami, where does it start? Where does it end?
I can start in South Point and make my way all the way up to Mid Beach and back.
That would be a perfect day, like walking.
And end up in the Faena, one of the shows, having my espresso
Susie does like a little living room and a little show at the Faena.
Yeah.
She used to
A
work at
little
Curio, by the
Spencer
way.
feathers on and my high heel.
I have not done that yet. I have not done a show at the Faena. I guess I have to do it.
So good. My favorite. I love it.
Don't
Yeah.
forget to buy your American Exotics at Curio at Faena.
Oh, there we go. Okay, Jason, it's time for this or that.
All right, Susanna Egurrola, get ready for this or that. This or that is a quick game of choice A or choice B. Are you ready?
Okay.
Croqueta or pastelito?
Croqueta.
Heat game or beach walk?
Heat game.
Ooh, good choice.
Cafecito or cortadito?
Neither for her.
Fresh orange juice. I don't drink
Jugo de naranja? Glass boat ride or mega yacht?
the boat ride.
Everglades or hull over nude beach?
Everglades.
Salmon or salmon?
It depends on the day. It could be both. Remember, in Spanish, it's salmon. So that's what
Oh, that's why. Got it.
Joe's or Garcia's?
Joe's. Sorry, Stephanie.
Versailles or Puerto Sagua?
Versailles. Sorry.
Telemundo or Univision?
I haven't watched any of those in so long I couldn't even tell you, but I feel like I used to watch Univision because
What
everybody
was Maria Mercedes on? That's the one I remember. She dressed in a trash bag, but her face was always fully beat.
on Telemundo. But all my friends worked for
Shout out Pamela Silva. Shout out Maria Salinas. Maria Salinas.
Cheeky.
Chiqui, shout out Chiqui Delgado. Arroz con pollo or vaca frita?
My mom's arroz con pollo kind of rules.
Miami
Yummy.
City Ballet or Miami Symphony?
Ballet.
Wynwood or the Design District?
Wynwood.
Calle Ocho or Espanola Way?
Hey, Ocho. I do like Espanola Way. It's fun. Getting up the rooftop on the Esme is always good to go up there.
Palm Beach or Key West?
They're so different. Completely different. Completely different entities. No,
Yeah,
you can't even.
this or that.
I love Key West.
Arroz con frijoles or moros?
Arroz con frijoles. Technically, people think it's the same thing, but yeah.
Okay. Flan or tres leches?
Flan, 100%.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The end. That was awesome.
We're on to Nacho of the Day. It's a quick segment where we discuss favorite restaurants, recipes, or places we love or don't love. Okay, Jason, you're up first.
Okay, I'm going to go with where I went last night. I haven't been in a while. Sapore del Mar in Coconut Grove is an amazing
Been a while.
restaurant. It's very intimate, quaint, and charming. The food is delicious. We had an amazing tagliatelle with seafood, and they did a chicken grilled parm for us. It was awesome. They'll be moving actually from Grand Avenue to Main Highway. So shout out Sapore del Mar.
To me, it's just like when I get back to Miami, because I'm North Miami, so we didn't really talk, but like there's a whole other Miami, North Miami. It's a different world up here.
Literally a different world.
It's literally a different world. Literally, it's a different world.
A different world than where you come from.
Okay, but carpaccio, and I'm like, when I want to get back into it and I want to see the palm trees and I want to see the people watching and I get the like, what is it? The tuna or the salmon carpaccio, very thin with the lemon. So good. I love sitting outside. Pearl
But I
Harbor's
heard
a
they're
vibe.
moving. Aren't they moving upstairs?
I know, that's what I heard, and I really hope it doesn't, because it's
I
like
think
it's gonna
they're
kill the whole
moving.
vibe.
I
Man, I have
believe
Pearl
that
Harbor.
I believe that Carpaccio is moving upstairs and La Avenue from
I know,
Paris is coming down.
I know, and I gotta be honest, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. You know what? We'll hope for the best. But if you want a little bit of glitz and glamour, palm trees and good people watching, that's where I would recommend. Okay, Susie.
So, North Miami Beach, the other day I went to an Ecuadorian restaurant called Godot. Insane. Liz,
Really?
has to be in the weekend because it's going to be too busy to get there during the week.
Okay.
Insane. COTO, Godot, Ecuador. Incredible. And if I'm like by my house, if I'm going to go, I'll go to Finca, which is the granddaughter of Isla Canarias. It's so awesome. It's Korean, Cuban, Peruvian fusion.
Whoa, that
It's
sounds
yum.
really good. Okay, I'm adding both of those to the list.
Coto, Carpaccio, and Sapore del Mar. You heard it here on this episode.
Yes.
Nuestra Carta de Amor de Miami. All right.
Okay, but wait, before we move on, we ask everybody, Susie, what's your bagel order?
So I don't eat bagels very often.
Oh boy, what kind of Jew are you?
And yeah, so far we missed the card.
All right, but is it toasted? Is it scooped? Lox, cream, butter, jelly? What is it?
2 summers ago in New York, I did have toasted tuna, lettuce, tomato.
Interesting. Okay, we'll take it.
It's our last segment, Mitzvah of the Day. Mitzvah of the Day is a moment where we take a break from the hustle and spotlight everyday acts of kindness. On this edition of Hustle and Schmear, Mitzvah of the Day, we are going to advise everyone to just throw some support and some shekels to Miami's great institutions. Susie, you want to name some that you are a fan of, that you feel you would want people to donate that need assistance or need renovation, conservation?
A really good place that probably no one has gone to. Historic Hampton House, the only segregation era hotel left in Miami. Muhammad Ali was there when he won against Lish. They've made it into a museum. I've done some events there. It's really, really cool.
So we want to buy local cafecito.
Oh, yeah. We want to buy locally. We want to go to our local bakeries, get our pastelitos and our cafecitos. Shout out to Versailles, but there is that little, spot right on Little Havana, Fantasy can go wild.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Let it go.
Right.
Let it go. My love
All
letter to
right.
includes a Cuban barista. That wraps up this edition of Hustle and Schmear. Thank you so much, Susie, for joining us. We can't wait to hang out and do another adventure with you. I think this time around we do go to Everglades.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry, guys. I'd have to.
It'll
I'd
be
have to
fun.
wear head to toe. Like I'd have to spray my entire
No,
body.
I get bit by everything. Liz, don't worry. I got you covered.
This is the famous last words, Susie. I'm just telling you, this is what everyone says to me. Okay.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at Hustle and Schmear. You can find Susie on Instagram at
See
C
Miami
Miami
More.
More. Liz, Susie, please read us out.
Okay, the hustle is real.
The schmear is extra.